I sometimes spend 20 minutes scrolling through Netflix looking for anything that might be good or interesting to watch. Then I turn it off and look at another streaming app. Netflix is full of Netflix original programs and films that I mostly don't care about. I know I'm not the only one. I've seen articles and posts about just this same thing. Either you can't find anything or you settle for a TV show you've watched multiple times just to have something on. Maybe there are old movies or great movies you've heard about, but they're nowhere to be found. It often seems like there are no good films available to stream. Only Netflix originals that come out faster than anyone could watch them, or superhero sequels, or a new Star Wars every few months. For me, and maybe for some of you too, that gets really uninteresting after a while. It would be great if at least one streaming service had films like that. A lot of people have experienced superhero or sequel burnout. Articles have been posted in the last 10 years talking about it. When theaters were open, it was hard to find a movie worth watching that wasn't a big franchise movie or a sequel or a remake. I'm not saying I don't like a nice, funny Thor movie every once in a while, but when I want to watch something I'll think about after it's over or want to read about or talk about, superhero movies don't really do that for me. Netflix, in the early days of its streaming service, had older movies and a lot of studio movies. Hardly anything had that red N in the corner that told me I didn't even have to bother reading the summary and I could just move on to the next thing. But now it's all originals I don't care about. It's the same on other services, but Netflix is a convenient punching bag. So if you're craving classic films or art films or just older movies you might have heard about and want to look into, what can you actually do? Well, there are specialty services with classic films, foreign films, and more, if you know where to look. The Criterion channel. Before streaming, they were just the Criterion collection, a few hundred art, foreign, and otherwise interesting films and television shows. They have their own streaming service now, featuring many titles from their library, as well as a large selection of rotated, curated films from outside the collection. The Criterion channel costs about the same per month as one of the more popular streaming services, but has a variety of material not available there. Want to know about French New Wave film? You're in luck. Interested in Japanese movies? You're set. Want a monthly selection of otherwise very interesting films that fall through the cracks on other services? This is for you. Plus, you'll be able to say interesting things to your friends like, I really think Kurosawa's samurai films are essentially westerns. Or, what do you think of Martin Scorsese's early short films? To sum up, if you're tired of all the boring original programming of streaming services, if you want foreign movies that George Lucas copied to make Star Wars, or if you just want to watch films that aren't sequels and remakes filled with computer explosions and punches, there's hope. That hope is the Criterion channel. Go to CriterionChannel.com and get a free 14-day preview. Or if you want to take a look at some of the titles available, and you have HBO Max, go to their TCM section as a selection of Criterion channel titles. Impress your friends and film professors.